Hi, my name is Ranjali and I write a vegetarian food blog. And today I'm going to show you how to make Jeera Aloo, which is potatoes predominantly spiced with cumin in an Indian style way. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 3 boiled potatoes. These are already peeled and I'm going to cube them up into small little chunks. You're going to need some whole cumin seeds. After all, the name is Jeera Aloo. That's the predominant spice that's going to go in here. And we have jeera in 2 forms, or cumin in 2 forms. We have the whole spice and then we have roasted cumin. These are just cumin seeds roasted up and ground up in a spice grinder. We have some coriander powder, which is coriander seeds that have been roasted up. And we have some red chili powder, which can also be substituted with cayenne pepper. And these 3 spices together are pretty much the holy trinity of Indian cooking. We're also going to use some turmeric. You can't make Indian food without turmeric, so we've got to use a little bit of that. And then I have some amchur right here, which is dried mango powder, and it actually gives a lot of sourness to a lot of Indian cooking. And then we're going to season it up with a little bit of salt. Okay, so I'm going to start by cubing up the potatoes. You don't want them to be too big. You want them fairly small so that they absorb all the spices really well. Okay, so now that I've got my potatoes cubed up, I'm going to start by mixing together some of my spices to make my spice blend. So I'm going to use 1 to 3 teaspoons of cumin powder, 1 to 3 teaspoons of coriander powder, and just about a teaspoon or so of red chili powder, and about half a teaspoon of turmeric. And I'm going to use about a teaspoon or so of the dried mango powder. I'm also going to use a little bit of salt at this point, and then mix the whole thing up together to make my spice. So I've got my pan heating up, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil in it, say about a tablespoon or so. And you want to make sure that your pan is fairly hot. And then I'm adding about a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and you want to wait and let them splutter. And once they start to crackle, I'm going to add the spice blend that I had made earlier of all the masalas that I blended up together. And I just want to cook it for just a few minutes until the smell of all the raw spices disappears. And it smells really aromatic at this point. Okay, so I've got my spices cooking up for just about a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my boiled potatoes, and you want to make sure and toss it really well into the spice mixture so that the potatoes are evenly coated with all of the spices. Go ahead and just toss it just a few times just to make sure that all the potatoes have a lot of the masala stuck on them. Okay, so my potatoes have been cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes, and now they're starting to turn golden and crispy around the edges. So you know you're done. We started out with boiled potatoes to begin with, so it was really just a matter of getting them slightly crunchy on the outside. And that's it, folks. I mean, this was as easy as boiling a potato and adding a handful of spices to it. How hard is that? This is actually a great accompaniment to any Indian flatbread, or you could even use it as a stuffing for a sandwich of any sort. I actually love doing this with some mango chutney between 2 pieces of sourdough bread and then grilling it in my panini grill. I hope you're inspired to make this quick and easy Indian curry. I'll see you next time with another video, and for more information, visit my blog, wakeupandsmellthemasala.blogspot.com.